Thank you for helping out today. We have scheduled this session to run approximately 60 minutes. Before we start, I'll explain the setup and explain how the session works. I'm responsible for conducting some customer research on the Ryanair website. We're trying to identify issues that could be fixed to make the website easier to use. And to do that, we're talking to people like you, and based on your feedback, we're hoping to pinpoint areas for improvement. Let me explain the setup. I'll be asking you questions and talking you through the tests. John will be observing and taking notes. We have a camera and a microphone to record what you do and say as you are using the website. We will record the session for note-taking purposes, but the footage will not be seen by anyone outside of the team. The session is divided into two parts. First, we will ask you some questions about your experience booking flights in general. Then we'll ask you to perform a few tasks on the Ryanair website and ask you some questions as you go. There are a few things to keep in mind that will help the test run smoother. First, this session is a usability test, but it's important to know that we're not testing you, we're testing the website. There are no right or wrong answers, there are no trick questions, and we're not trying to catch you out in any way. If you do come across problems, please understand that it's not your fault, it's the software's fault, and in fact, the more problems you find, the better we can fix them. Second, please be as candid as possible. If you don't like something or think it's just a bit silly, please say so. You won't hurt my feelings, I haven't been involved in the design of any of these screens. Third, as you navigate around the website, whatever is going through your head, please verbalise it. So for example, if you're about to click on a button, say, Sinead, I'm going to click here because I think it's going to take me to the next page. Basically, we want you to think out loud, but it helps us write better notes. Also, if you could approach things slightly slower than you normally would, that would be helpful too. If you work your way around the site too fast, we might not be able to take notes quick enough. I'll remind you to think aloud and to slow down throughout the session. Finally, please feel free to ask any questions you like. It's a great way for us to understand your thoughts, but in order to keep the test as realistic as possible, I may not always answer your questions. Thank you for understanding. Do you have any questions before we begin?
No.
Okay, I'd like to ask you some simple background questions. What is your occupation?
I'm a nursery school teacher.
And where do you live?
I live in Belfast.
And how do you usually access the internet?
I use the internet pretty much every day, either on my phone or on my laptop when I'm at work, when I'm at home, or when I'm in tech studying.
And do you have broadband at home?
Yes.
Do you have a smartphone?
I do.
And what sort of apps do you usually use?
Mostly social media apps, probably entertainment apps, or health and fitness tracking apps.
Do you use any apps when you're booking flights?
Yes, I would use Skyscanner mostly, but I also have obviously the airline specific apps when necessary.
And what sort of travelling do you usually do? Is it business or leisure?
It's usually for leisure purposes, sometimes training with my job.
And how frequently do you fly?
I'd say probably up to 3 times a year, usually.
And where are you usually flying to?
Mostly it's within the UK, but occasionally across Europe and to Greece.
And how do you book the flights? Is it usually online or through a travel agent?
I always book online, I don't book through travel agents.
Right.
No offence to travel agents.
So, for the purposes of the test, we'll assume the following. You live in Belfast.
Yes.
And your closest airport is Belfast International.
Okay.
You're planning a getaway to the sun over the 12th July fortnight.
Okay.
You think Malaga in Spain could be the place for you.
Sounds good.
You're off work from the 8th to the 22nd of July. So it's a good time to get away because a lot of your colleagues will also be on holidays. Your first choice is to fly out on the first Thursday of your holidays, but you aren't too constrained to dates.
Okay.
So what we want you to do is book a flight from Belfast International to Malaga on the first Thursday of your break, which is from the 8th to the 22nd, and return 3 days later for 3 nights for 2 people. You want to take 1 piece of hand luggage each, and you're not very fussed on your seats, it doesn't matter. So please show me what you would do.
Okay. So wait, first of all, we're going from Belfast, yes?
Yes.
Belfast International. So I'm going to go to this little section that's about booking flights, I assume. and I'm going to type from. Oh, I'm going to type
Do you
Belfast.
usually type rather than going through the
Yes, I always
list?
type.
Just easier, is it?
Yeah, it gets me there quicker. I don't have to scroll.
Yeah.
And then my to destination, I've already forgotten it. Could you
Malaga.
remind me? Malaga. Again, I will always type. So I'm typing in the to box because I believe that's where I'm going. So I want to fly out. I'm going to scroll down the page to the calendar because it's not there.
Do you usually use the calendar rather than writing in your
I always use the calendar mostly because it tells you the price, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm off work from the 8th of July, and I want to go on the first Thursday, which is the 11th. So I've scrolled to the month, and I'm going to select this date by pressing on it. And I've forgotten when I'm coming back.
3 days later.
3 days later, so the 14th. That's 3. So I've scrolled across, see that it highlights, and then I'm going to select that. And how many adults?
2 adults.
2 adults. So I've just clicked into the passengers box, and I've just clicked anywhere in the box, not necessarily on the drop down arrow.
Do you think that's good?
Yeah, I think that's good because obviously the drop down arrow is an indication, but
Yeah.
as an average user, I just assume I'll be able to click anywhere here. Now, obviously, apparently I can't click on the title, which is fine.
Do you think you'd know what to do if there wasn't a arrow there?
Because I am a frequent flyer, yes.
Yeah.
But if I weren't someone booking for the first time ever, probably not.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I want to increase the number of adults, so I'm going to use the plus, which to me indicates I want to add an adult on. And I can see that's updated. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And apparently I agree to website terms of usage before I can click further. So my understanding is I click this button.
Before you go any further, is there anything not there that you would expect to be there?
I don't think so. I suppose this is the first step, is finding where you want to go, when, and how many people. So I don't think so for now. So I'm going to click the Let's Go button. Whoa.
You're not too fussy on dates anyway, so...
Okay, well then we'll change it till sometime. So let's try. Okay, then 3 days from Tuesday.
Do you think that should have bounced back once you started bouncing back?
Tuesday, the 1, 2... Yeah, because I can't really click any options here, so the only option I have is to go for longer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to do that for the purposes of the test.
Yeah.
So, yeah, personal opinion on this section, not a fan. Moves too quick.
When you first clicked on the first Thursday and it was blacked out, do you think it should have told you what your problem is, or?
Yeah, I think it probably should have been a bit more clear. I know it says sold out here, but maybe an apology message to explain it's fully booked. Here are some other options.
Yeah.
But so I'll select the Tuesday instead, and I can see that I have 1 flight on that day. I can see the price, and again the coming back. I can see the price, and I think it's good that it tells me I have this many remaining. Which is obviously...
Do you think that's good or intimidating? Do you think that's them maybe trying to get you to buy?
I think it's them trying to get me to purchase, but I also think it's good to know if I definitely want to do it, then I have to do it now.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and click this button. I'm gonna assume this will. Okay, right.
Do you think that's a bit confusing?
Yep. Okay, so I just want cabin baggage, don't I? I don't want...
Yeah.
So assuming I'm not fussy about seats. So all I get on this one is the lowest fare and a small cabin bag, which I think for this purposes is all I need.
Yeah.
So we'll click this. Whoa, that's a bit jumpy. Okay, I can see it's added to my basket. For some reason, it's £187 instead of 93, so that's strange. And then I'll assume do the same here. And again, I'll pick the standard fare. I don't want to upgrade. Don't ask me. If I wanted to upgrade, I would have hit that one. So I'm going to click.
That's annoying, like ads and stuff, and people trying to get you to buy more.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously you've been given the option just 30 seconds prior to say what one you want. So I think this is purely just to try and get you to spend more money. Which is actually quite a lot of money. Oh, I'm going with 2 people. That's why my price is different.
Yeah. Oh, do you think it should have specified how much it would be each?
Well, I think I assume this is each, so I think I would like it to tell me it'll be.
Yeah.
I can't do that maths very quickly. £80.76 instead of £40 because that's why I was like, oh, but I did forget that I was booking for 2. So I'm gonna continue. Not a big fan of this section. So far, I don't think it's very user friendly. We'll go on to the next bit. Whoa, okay. Whoa, but I've already said I didn't want to pick seats.
They're trying to get you to buy more and more.
Yeah, £40 for 4 seats. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not interested. And I think if you've already said that you're not interested, there's not really much need.
Do you think they've done it in badness that to choose random allocation, which is what you want, isn't in a box like the rest?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming I can change these options if I wanted. And yeah, you would miss that link a little bit almost. This is just a bit pointless. I understand they're trying to upsell, but I'm going to choose random allocation. Oh, here we go again. One of the below 3 cabin bag options. I just want this one. Oh, that's not. Is that a button? Yes. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Throwing you about.
Yeah, I would like to read the rest of it. If I bring a second bag to the gate, it will be put in the hold for a fee of €25. Okay. Okay, so I can see that if I spend more money, I can get extra bits and bobs. That's nice. Which is strange because they're the same price, but they're different.
Yeah.
Weird.
Do you think it's good that they're showing you that, but like what you're going to get with each rather than just the title?
I would have assumed you would go from like the least amount of option to then put this one in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the best option at the end. Just personally, because I thought this one would have been the best. And if I wasn't reading, I probably would have just clicked this one if I wanted to upgrade. So that's a bit confusing. And I don't like that you have to do it for all flights. And I don't like this. Do you want to add the same for all passengers? Yes, I do. I think. Okay, so I can see I've not added any extra charge. So I'm going to continue. Whoa. Okay. We have a lot of messages. What's this one? Sleep, stay, save. Ryanair rooms. No, thank you. Ryanair rooms again. Car hire. Reserve a seat. I've already said 3 times I don't want to reserve a seat. Don't want a bag. I've said that twice as well. See, I feel like I have to read all this, but actually I don't need any of it.
Yeah, in case you're maybe missing something.
Oh, we Ford Fiesta. £6.7 a day. Not bad price, to be fair. Where do I need to go to?
Yeah.
Oh, right down the very bottom. So this gives me a lot of random options.
Yeah.
To get some baby equipment, musical equipment, sports, hotels.
Do you think they don't make it very clear of where you actually need to go next if you don't want any of the...
Yeah, I think if you know... Oh, well, actually, you can click up here, but I didn't know that. I think if you know that you don't want anything extra and you just want flights, then it would be good for the button to be up at the top. Like I see it's here, but I missed that the first time. As opposed to putting it right down the bottom, because obviously they want you to scroll through all the offers. Oh, I'm continuing my booking without... I've said 4 times I don't want to pick a seat. I just want to choose random allocation. That's getting annoying.
Right, I'll stop you there before you buy a flight.
Yeah, please don't let me spend £20.
So overall, what did you think of that experience?
It was very busy.
Mm-hmm.
It was very forceful in trying to get me to spend more money than I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose at the end I have got not initially what I wanted because the flights were obviously not available.
Yeah.
But I got what I needed to get the flights and information, but it seemed a lot more complicated than it needed to be.
Mm-hmm. Was there anything that you particularly liked or disliked?
There's a lot that I disliked. Didn't like the amount of pop-ups and modals and slide-ins and loads of different things like that. I like the initial page layout where you select where you want to go, where you want to come, where you want to go from, where you want to go to, and the dates and stuff. I think that's really straightforward, but I think from there it just gets a lot more complicated.
Was there anything you expected to see but you didn't?
I don't think so. I can't recall. I think I've seen a lot, so I'm sure it was in there somewhere.
Was there anything you were surprised to see?
I was surprised to be asked what seat I want 4 times.
Okay, so for the purposes of the test, we'll assume the following. You want to take the same trip but fly out from Dublin.
Okay.
Again, the same dates. And again, your first choice would be the first Thursday of your break. Everything else the same. You're returning 3 days later. One piece of hand luggage, no particular seats. So show me how you go about doing that then.
On this website again?
On Ryanair.
Well, I'm going to click back to their homepage, I assume. And then, I'm going to type Dublin again because that's what I do. And we're going to Malaga again. Oh, I spelled that wrong. And again, scroll down.
Do you think it's confusing that people would have to go, if they were just going through the list, they'd have to click their country and then...
Oh, I didn't even look at that. This is why I just type.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Malaga was in Spain. No, I definitely don't like that. That's why I always type. I don't think they're very helpful. So going on the first Thursday, the 11th.
For 3
days to the 14th, and there's 2 people again. Again, just doing what I did last time. Oh, I can see my previous searches are here. That's interesting. Good. I'm assuming if I click it, it will do the same as I did last time. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Do you think it's maybe a bit pointless now, if you don't really know what it's going to do?
Yeah, if it could fill in the dates and the passengers again, it might be good to go back to try and... It'd be quicker if you're going back to do it, but...
Yeah.
If not, then it seems a bit pointless, yeah. On to the next slide. This calendar again. Oh, I have multiple options this time.
Does time usually influence what flight you pick for, or do you go more for price, or does it just
I kind of try and get the best of both. So obviously in this instance, the later in the day flights are cheaper, which is... It seems a bit pointless to me because you get there so late. So I'd always try and go for the first flight of the day. Obviously, there's not much difference between these 2 flights. So for the price to be like €50 more, doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to choose the early morning flight, which is actually the second most expensive. And again, I just want standard fare. Oh, and then coming back, so I can see obviously the best timed flight is obviously the most expensive. And given that I live in Belfast and have to travel back from Dublin,
yeah,
but that is a lot more than the others.
Would that really influence you, do you think?
Yeah, I think because that's so much more than the others. I definitely wouldn't want to come back at this time in the morning because it's very difficult to leave the hotel that early.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to pay €217. So I think I'm going to go for the later flight, I think. And again, just standard. Can you click anywhere in here? Oh, you can. And there's that advert again. I'm going to continue. Oh. There's the buy the seats again. Don't want to buy the seats. And we have to do the bag thing again. So I don't want to change any of my options. Oh, I can actually see one of them sold out on this one. It's interesting. Yes, I want the same.
Do you like that they're telling you that? Or does that not mean any difference to you?
I mean, I think it's good. I'm not really sure how it could sell out. Although I suppose, I don't know. Maybe they don't have enough room. But yeah, it's good that it doesn't let you click it before it tells you it's sold out. It's good that it tells you there.
Yeah.
This is sold out. This option is not available. So I'm going to continue again. Again. Now, since I know that I don't need any of this, I can click here instead of scrolling down. Oh, but this pop-up still comes up. Again, I'm going to choose random allocation. So I'm back to looking.
Alright, so I'm just going to ask you similar questions again. Overall, what did you think of that experience? With the different times and different flights and stuff?
Yeah, I think it was obviously, I knew where I was going a bit more this time, and I knew what things I could effectively not read. But yeah, having them multiple times, I think it's good that they show you the time that you're going to get there at, and not just the time that you'll leave at. And I think that's in local time. It didn't specify, but I think it is. And having the prices beside them as well, it's really good to see clearly what each one's going to cost. And you can make a decision based on what suits you, whether it's price or time, or like me, a bit of both.
Anything you particularly liked or disliked that time?
Probably how the multiple options are laid out. I like that. And excuse me, I like that the sold out feature didn't let you click it, like we said, because that would be annoying if you selected it and then got to your checkout and it said, no, you can't have this. That was good.
Anything you expected to see but didn't?
Nope.
And anything you were surprised to see?
No, not really. A bit more prepared this time.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks.